Hi, I'm Clark Wilson. I'm a registered investment advisor in the state of California, and this video is for 401k plan sponsors and their employees and any other HR people who have anything to do with a 401k plan. And anybody else, it's not going to be much good to you. So anyway, that's what this is for. The question is, how do you rid yourself of 98% of your legal liability with respect to your plan and still make sure that everything in your plan is handled professionally and administered properly? Well, there's a real easy way to do it, and that is to engage the services of a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator. Now, right now, the plan sponsor and the HR people are legally responsible for everything that goes on in the plan, for everything attendant to the plan. The number one reason that lawsuits are brought against a plan is excessive fees. And when the lawyer comes in to the company, they don't differentiate between who the plan sponsor is and who the people are running the day-to-day stuff. They just grab up everybody. So HR people typically do not understand that they have a tremendous amount of extended legal liability with respect to the plan, as do the plan sponsors. They're legally responsible for everything in there. And one of the best things you can do for yourself to give you peace of mind is to engage the services of a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator to take over 98% of the legal liability of your 401k plan. Now, there are a couple of things that the new third-party plan trustee and plan administrator cannot do. The first is salary deferrals. They can't do that. And the second is the census of employees. They can't do that. But everything else with respect to the plan, the administration, the documentation for the Department of Labor, the due diligence process with regard to anyone else who provides services to the plan, all of that is done by the third-party plan trustee and plan administrator, relieving you of 98% of your legal liability and making everything run smoothly without a whole lot of problems. Okay, so that's all the due diligence documents and everything else. Now, there's two functions that the third-party plan trustee and plan administrator perform. The first is the investment function to make sure the core investments are okay, and the second part is all of the compliance issues. So the trustee takes care of the investment parts and the plan administrator takes care of all the compliance issues. Now, a lot of people think that the person they're working with now actually acts in a fiduciary capacity to the plan. And if you pick up the phone and you call the person you're working with today, they might even say, "Oh yeah, I'm handling fiduciary responsibilities to the plan, no problem." But in point of fact, they may not be. And here's how you can tell. Does this individual you're working with actually sign Form 5500? And do they actually sign the adoption agreement? If they're signing on Form 5500 and they're signing on the adoption agreement, then yep, you're right, they're fiduciaries to the plan. But if they're not signing those two forms, then they are not fiduciaries to the plan and have zero legal liability if anything happens under their tutelage. So the person you're working with is not a real fiduciary to the plan beyond their fiduciary capacity under the other investment advisory rules. Okay, now, when you install a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator, what's required is a corporate resolution. The first thing you have to do is create a corporate resolution which names the new third-party plan trustee and administrator. And the second thing you have to do is have everybody who's currently involved in the plan resign from their positions. That's how you know that you are giving away your legal liability, when everybody resigns from their positions with respect to the plan. Then what the company has to do is the company has to appoint one person from the company to oversee the actions of a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator. And after that, the new third-party plan trustee and plan administrator takes over and handles everything from there, and hopefully everything just runs very smoothly. Now, before the third-party plan trustee and plan administrator are going to take an engagement, they actually look over everything that you have with your plan now. And they don't take every engagement, okay? I'm sorry to say they don't take every single one. But if they do take your engagement and you are audited for something that occurred prior to the time that they were engaged, they will in fact assist you with that forensic audit. Okay, so if something happened before, they can help you with that. And of course, they've been in the business a long time, which we're going to discuss in a moment. And they know how to take care of any problems that you might have experienced in the past. There's a lot of programs out there to clean up any issues that may be existing. Now, you might think it's a good idea to bring on a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator and get rid of 98% of your legal liability. But the question is, how do you know that person that you might bring in or the entity that you might bring in is any doggone good? Well, let's talk about it. Third-party plan trustee and plan administrator that we're talking about, that I would bring in, would be, it's established in 1875. The trustee and plan administrator is one of the oldest independent banks in America. With over $2 billion in assets, they are also one of the largest independent banks. Their trust service department began in 1926, so they have a very long history of serving their clients. And the trust retirement division began in 2006, and the combined years of experience in the trust retirement group is well over 100 years. Now, the trustee has two internal committees, the Retirement Trust Committee, which oversees the Investment Committee, and the Investment Committee, which performs the quarterly reviews of core investments and maintains copies of such reviews for compliance purposes. And here is the big kicker. The Retirement Trust Committee has a former ERISA attorney as one of its prime members. So I'll bet you that you don't have a former ERISA attorney anywhere near your 401k plan now. But if you did engage the services of a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator, you could have one working for you, as a matter of fact. Okay, so what are the steps then for you to engage the services of a third-party plan trustee and plan administrator? Well, the first thing you do is execute a broker of record agreement naming our firm as broker of record for the plan. I know this comes as a big shock. The second thing you do is a board resolution to engage the services of a new third-party plan trustee and plan administrator. And everybody with respect to the plan resigns when you do that. You must execute the trust engagement agreement, a copy of which can be found on our website or we'll provide to you by email. You must create an amendment to the plan document naming the new third-party plan trustee and plan administrator. Okay, well, that's it. That's all it takes to do it. And from there on, everything will work peachy. Now, you might be wondering what the fees are. Well, the fees are pretty doggone low. One of the functions of your new third-party plan trustee and plan administrator is to make sure that you don't have any lawsuits from any disgruntled plan participants with respect to high fees. So they keep the fees low. Remember, they've been doing this for a long, long time. They know what the fees should be, and they keep the fees low. The second question you might have is, what are my firm's fees? And the answer is, I don't know, with respect to your plan, because I'm told what my fees are going to be by the third-party plan trustee and plan administrator. And if I don't like it, that's my tough luck. They'll go get somebody else. So one of the things that they want to make sure is that you are not paying excessive fees. They've been doing this for a long time. They've got a lot of clients. They got $2 billion under management. I mean, come on, you know, they know what fees should be. So what you can do is you can get rid of 98% of your legal liability with respect to your plan. You can engage the services of a professional third-party plan trustee and plan administrator. You can get better money management on the money management side. You can get better compliance on the compliance side. And it is, in fact, a win-win-win-win situation for everyone all the way around. And after all, aren't those the only kind that really work? I'm Clark Wilson. I'm a registered investment advisor. Thank you for your time.